What's going on, my YouTube family, YouTube world? Thank you for being here with me. This is your guy, Sealz the Man. And once again, thank you so much. And there's something I want to talk about today. If y'all didn't see my last video, check that out, as this video will be riding the coattails of that video, but in a different way. On this beautiful day, I'm going to talk about the questions that good men will ask you. Your good man will ask you when he has fallen in love with you, fallen for you. Now, let me tell y'all why this topic is so important to me and important to men overall. Every single good man, man of virtue, man of honor that I know, that I've come across, that I've learned from, has fallen in love at some point in their life, has fallen in love with the queen and is still with this queen. But every single one of them have a common denominator, and that is falling in love with a good woman, a woman for them. Every single one of them. When I interview men, when I talk to men, when I have conversations with men that I respect, they all say the same thing. They bring it back to the love of their life. And I find that very interesting, because then I look at men who struggle in life, men who choose to take the wrong path. They also have a common denominator too. A lot of them do not have that partner to hold them accountable, that partner to have that love, to get fed love and get life poured into them from someone else outside of themselves. So I dug deeper and I was like, yo, what is the dialogue, the communication that great men have with their women when they fall in love with them? Like, when that moment happens, what are specific things they say? And I want y'all to watch this video so y'all can understand the mind of men, of course, but also understand the love mind of men. And the questions I'm gonna talk about are 5 different questions, but situational questions. I'm not going to give you some broad questions that anyone can say. These are situational. What do you have planned for the next year? What do you have planned for the next 5 years? What are your goals? He asks a question about your future. He's putting himself aside in this question. He wants to know about you. What makes you? What drives you? What makes you get out of bed? What pilots your heart and your mind? He wants to know that about you, because he knows if he knows your future or have a sense of what you want your future to be, he can see where he fits in that, right? He can see how he can support that future. He can see what you're about. Because when someone tells you about their future, it says more about them than anything else. Because people make their decisions based on their future. Let me say that again. People make their decisions based on their future, the end result, the desired outcome. That's all future talk. Once he knows what you want to do for the next year or the next 5 years or whatever time span, as a man, he knows what he must do as a man to make that happen. I'm going to tell you right now, a man wants you to get everything you want in this life as humanly as possible in his power. Because one thing about a real man is that he's going to use his ability, his power, for the ones he care about, especially his lady. If I bring myself in this, I cannot call myself a real man if my woman is struggling and I'm able-bodied, right? There's no way. That's just not happening. So he will want to know what your future entails. What's the plan for that, right? The next question that a man that is falling in love with you is going to ask you, once again, this is situationally, do you want to come to church with me? Now, let's just think about that. A man asks you, do you want to come to church with me? A man of God, a man of faith. This man believes in something greater than he. This man has a source outside of himself that he has invested his life into, that drives his life, that he abides by, and he wants to share that with you. Interesting. Why would he want to share something so important to him with you if he hasn't found you with the utmost importance? A man is not going to share something as intimate, something as sacred, something as important and essential with you unless he knows that you are there with him. You are unique. You are special to him. And because you are special to this man, he wants to share the special things in his life with you. Special attracts special. And also think about this. A lot of churches hold the person's family. I know my church has my family, like my blood family. And he wants to bring you around his family, his church family, people that have raised or helped raise him since a young boy to the man he is now. And most likely church has helped him develop into the good man or the decent man or the man of integrity that he is now. The one that you are in a relationship right now, church most likely is a big reason for that. Church sets examples for men. It sets discipline for men. It sets laws of the land for men. No matter how you feel about Christianity or any religion, one thing that you must understand is that church creates discipline, if anything else. It creates faith. It creates an unnatural strength. All those good things, and he wants to share that with you. That's special. That's a big act of love. So go on ahead with your man and give praise. Now, another question that a man will ask you who has fallen in love with you, once again, this is situational, is that if you're a woman who has a child or children, he will ask a question like, hey, how would you feel if your child called me father? How would you feel if your children called me dad? That is not a simple question. That is a very profound question. That is a layered question. As I've had conversations with men who date or got in a relationship or married women with children that is not his, there is also a common denominator with them. They have taken in her kids as well. Her kids are now his kids. There's no separation of kids based on the parent, because he knows that when I am dealing with you, if I am in a relationship or especially married to you, what's yours is mine. And that includes your children. Your children came from you, the woman I love, the love of my life. Therefore, anything that comes from you, I accept. I'm going to take it because I cannot take in you and not take in the things that came from you. Let that seep in. There's a lot of dudes out here who are trying to separate the woman that they are with from their kids. And that has always been nonsensical to me. That doesn't make sense. How can you love a woman and not love the things and the humans that she created? How? The other layer to this is that when a man is called father or dad, that is a badge of honor, man. You can't beat that. Now, I must say, I'm not a father, but every single father that I've talked to, every single man that I respect that is a real father out in this world loves the fact that they are called that title, a father, a dad, because it says that they are doing their job. You can't get any higher than that as a man on this earth. Being called a father, being called a dad, and not just being called it, but being claimed as a father, being claimed as a dad. That ain't for play. So when he asks you, is it okay if your kids or your kid can call me dad, even though he did not help create this child, it is because he has fallen in love with not only you, but your kids as well, which is a representation and a creation and a product of you. He accepts the whole package. That's big. That's not like. That's not admiration. That is love, because he is trying to continue a family, create a family with you. Whew, that's love. The next type of question that a man who has fallen in love with you will ask you are questions about your parents, their welfare, any assistance that they may need, and opportunities to build a relationship with them. When a man falls in love with you, he also wants to have a connection with the thing, the source that created you. You got to understand this, right? When a man gets attached to something, he wants to be attached to every part of that thing. And not just that thing. He wants to be attached to every single part of that thing. Now, let me bring it to sports, right? Because you know that men are big on sports. When a man likes a specific team, he not only likes the players on that team, but now he's invested in the merch that that team creates. Now he needs a jersey. Now he needs a cup. Now he needs the team flag. But not just that. Now he's invested in the location of the team's arena or stadium. Now he needs to go to the arena or the stadium. He needs to travel to get in that space of his favorite team. Not just that. Now he needs to watch his favorite team. So therefore, he's going to pay a premium price to watch his team on TV every single week or whenever that team plays. Not only that, because he likes this team so much, he wants to learn about the history of this team. Therefore, he's going to do research so he's able to spit these facts at anyone who tries to come at him about his team. You see where I'm getting? When a man likes something, he invests in everything about that thing. So let's take it back to you, his lady. When he loves you, when he has fallen in love with you, he is fully invested in you. Therefore, he is invested in your parents as well. Your parents created you. They raised you. They helped make you who you are today. Hopefully, if you have a healthy relationship with them. But in some cases, in most cases, this is going to be the situation, right? Even if it's not your birthright parents, right? It could be your guardian. Whoever helped raise you become you, he wants to know that person or people. He wants to be involved with them. He wants to make sure that they're good. And there's no question or denial about this, all right? And this question, arguably the most important question a man will ask you when he has fallen in love with you is, what can I do to be of service to you? What can I do to help you? What can I do? There's a power behind that. I want y'all to realize something about these specific questions, because this man is not wishing you well. He's not hoping well for you. He wants to know the actionable items. He wants to do for you. He wants to know what steps, what procedures, what actions he has to take to make what you need to happen. You know, when tragedies happen in people's lives, I've had a slight pet peeve about certain things that people will say to you. And I'm not judging people who say this, but I just want to give you a different perspective on this, right? Real quick. When someone is going through something, when someone has lost their parent or lost their loved one, it is always better to ask that person, how can I help you get to a better place, than to say, I'm here for you. Because saying I'm here for you is not giving me action. Like, thank you. I appreciate you being here for me. But when you want to add emphasis, some spunk to it, when you want to truly help this person, I want you to give action. What can I do to help you? What can I do today to help you? Let me know. Tell me, because I care that much about you. I love you that much. What can I do? Let's get to it. There's power in action, and there's love in action. Action is love, but wishes from able-bodied people are insufficient. It's not enough. A man who has fallen in love with you is going to do. Simple as that. Put that on a shirt. All right, so thank you for coming to my video. I hope you all enjoyed my video, as these are the words from your guy, Sealz the Man, about understanding men better. I will see y'all in my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.